Alright, check this right. Before we even start this video, real quick disclaimer so I know if this video is for you. If you're the type of person that fried chicken and you season the chicken but you don't season the flour that you fry the chicken in, this video is probably not for you. And if you're the type of person that makes string beans and you actually follow the directions that's on the back of the string beans, this video is probably not for you. Everybody know you don't follow the directions on the back of the string beans. You gotta add some little chopped up potatoes, little seasoning, some smoked meat and all that. Well, this video is probably not for you. And last but not least, if you're the type of person that be scrolling through social media and you see people talking about, complaining about their weed dealer, the weed ain't strong enough, no, I need some real gas, and that really makes you mad, this video is probably, well, you know what? This video might not be for me, because I swear I be mad when I be scrolling through Facebook and somebody put up a stat like, yo, I need some real gas. Ain't nobody got no real gas. I need some strong smoke. Now listen, you done try every pack that's in the town. That's just your body letting you know that it's ready for something stronger. You need some Blue Magic or some K2. Well, anyways, this disclaimer had absolutely nothing to do with this video, but let's get started.
They can't stand the facts. A lot of it insane, they can't stand his raps. I'm so Buffalo like I'm Bandana, black, but from the 716. We determined and we discipline. Oh, that's your man, better get him for you missing that. DJ Bandana.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected, Mr. Hashtag I am Buffalo, Mr. Keep Calm, I feed these streets. And if this is your first time on my channel, pause for a minute, hit that subscribe button right under the video. Do me that favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit all notifications so you can know when we go live or when we drop new videos on the channel. If you've been on the channel for a while, if you've been on the channel even one time before, you already know you tied in with the Bandana fam. You're officially part of the fam. Heavy shouts out to the Bandana fam, everybody that's tied in with DJ Bandana Black. Check this, right? We got to talk about Kanye West. A lot of people been hitting me up over the last week, and this is a video that I did not want to do about Kanye West, only because I didn't want to, not say expose Kanye West, but it's like, I'll explain why. Like Kanye West, right? So he's been going on a rant lately, talking about how record labels have unfair record deals. They're taking percentages, publishing, all types of stuff like that. When artists that's even on his label, like Kanye West's label, Good Music label, the artist that he signed to his label, Good Music. Matter of fact, before we get into that, speaking about Good Music, heavy shouts out to my homie T Ferg. This right here is called The Wave. This is just a clip of the song. The rest of it will be the links in the description, so click the links in the description. You can check out the whole video. You can check out some of his music. He just dropped a dope project too. Actually, Good Music dropped a dope project too. Y'all can check him out. This is just a clip right here. Links will be in the description.
Like a 40-yard dash moment, I told y'all we the wave. I'm into new things, about to cop me a new chain. Sometimes I be humble and modest, sometimes I be flexing. I guess I got mood swings. Shout out my boo thing, when it got me a new thing and got rid of the old one. I mean, shorty was cool, but had me just stressing too much, and that's no.
Okay, so like I was saying about Kanye own artists signed to Good Music. So check this, right? So Kanye West was saying like how labels should give you all of your publishing, labels should give you 100% of this, labels should give you this, should give you that. When Kanye West himself signed artists to Good Music and they don't have 100% of their publishing. That's a fact. They don't have 100% of their publishing. So how are you mad at a record label or mad at a company for you not getting what you want, but you're not giving it to your own people? So Kanye West get robbed. That's the title of the video. Kanye West got robbed. Kanye West is getting robbed. I don't know what we're going to title it. The reason why I want to speak about this, a lot of people hitting me up over this, over the last week and just asking my opinion on the situation. I'll say it like this. I want to say up front, I think Kanye West is a good person. I think he has a good heart. I think he has good intentions. Honestly, and I suffer from the same thing, I think what Kanye West's fault is that he doesn't focus on one thing. Like he'll start something and say, you know what, I want to run for president, and that doesn't go well. He's like, you know what, forget the presidency, I want to do music. He said, I want to do music, now I want to do fashion. He doesn't really give 100% to anything, so nothing really gets satisfying to him. With the whole thing with him getting robbed with record labels and stuff like that, I'm just going to give you guys some facts, give you guys some details, some information about Kanye West getting robbed, and then you can hop in the comments and let me know, do you feel that he's getting robbed? Do you think Kanye West is just going on another rant? With me, it's kind of hard to talk about Kanye West because it's like, every time Kanye West goes on one of these rants, like, yo, this dude is out of his mind, he'll say something that's like borderline genius or something that like I actually agree with. And then immediately he'll do something and make me feel like, yo, this dude is just batshit crazy. Kanye West. Typical Kanye West. So even with this situation, when I'm saying about labels and stuff like that too, let me break something down for you. I'll give you an example. Next year, I plan on opening up a steak shop, like a little restaurant in my neighborhood in Central Park, Buffalo, New York, East Side 716. I plan on opening up a restaurant. Now, my intention is to open up this restaurant. When I save my money, when I grind, when I do what I need to do to get the money to open up this restaurant, I'm not going into this restaurant with the mindset of, you know what, let me take my hard-earned cash, let me take my hard-earned time and build this restaurant just so I can make these cooks rich, just so I can make the registered person rich. Now, am I going to pay them fairly? Yes, I'm going to pay them fairly. I'm going to make sure everybody's taken care of fairly. But the purpose of me starting this company, starting this business, is for me to be rich. It's the same thing with a record label. I think this is what Kanye West is not understanding. So on the flip side of that, when you start a record label, your point of starting a record label is for you to make money. You want to sign as many artists as you can, help them sell as many records as you can for you to make as much money as you can. Yes, you're going to pay them. And Charlamagne the God said something that OG told me a long time ago. You never get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. So for Kanye West to be signed to this label and re-signed to this label and keep putting out projects with this label, and then when things are not going his way, when he's making enough money to where that's not like his main source of income, for him to say, you know what, it's unfair. You guys treat me unfair. You guys own my publishing, or Jay-Z sold my publishing. Like, you can't sell something that you don't own. If Jay-Z didn't own your publishing, he couldn't sell it for him to get his own publishing 10 years from now, even if that was true, and that's allegedly. So do I feel that Kanye West is getting robbed as far as from these labels and stuff like that? No, I think that a lot of times, and a lot of times on the channel I have to explain things by giving an example. I'll give you an example, right? Say you sell Reggie up the block. You sell nicks and dimes of Reggie up the block, right? So you selling nicks and dimes of Reggie, you making $300, $500 a week. And then me, I got access to a whole, like, megatons of product, and I come over to you and say, listen, you selling nicks and dimes of Reggie, making $300 to $500 a week. You can work with me. You can be part of my team, part of my cartel, and you gonna make about $5,000 to $10,000 a week. But I'm gonna need 80% of what you're making. So you can't agree to that, and then 3-4 years from now, once you're making that money and you stacking up, you're like, you know what? I don't really need him. Why does he need 80%? Like, this is unfair. It's an unfair contract. He's treating me wrong. That's the same thing Kanye West is kind of doing. My bad. It's kind of hot with these lights too. That's why I'm sweating. But that's the same thing that Kanye West is doing with this record label situation. Nobody forced Kanye West to sign. Nobody forced any of those artists to sign to Kanye West. What Kanye West did, he seen an opportunity. He wanted some money. He wanted backing from a major label. That major label gave him backing. That major label gave him money, gave him promotional budgets like that too. And then he started selling sneakers, started selling fashion, started being the second richest man in America. And then he looked back on it like, well, this contract is unfair because if y'all getting 70 to 80%, and I'm not saying exactly, but y'all getting 70, 80%, and I'm getting 20%, that's not fair. Like, I got this money. I don't really need you guys to do this. At that point, I think that is BS because you wouldn't be where you at if it wasn't for that deal. A lot of artists don't understand that. Like, you don't have to sign to a record label unless the only artist that has an excuse for this is Vanilla Ice because he was hung over a banister and they made him sign. So any other artist besides Vanilla Ice or anybody else who didn't physically have to sign to a label, you made a choice to sign to this label. You can't be a local SoundCloud rapper. You moving units on SoundCloud and Def Jam hit you up and said, we got $1 million for you, but we need 70%. And then you start making $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. You get up to $10 million. You're like, well, Def Jam got me into a bad contract, or Def Jam is a culture vulture. No, you wouldn't be where you at. You wouldn't have that $7, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million if it wasn't for them. Now, I understand it both ways. Was what Kanye was saying right? Morally, yes, it is right. Yes, you should morally own 100% of something that you create. But morally, you should invest your own money into promoting that and then getting yourself to a point to where you don't need a label. But if you sign to a label, once you sign a contract, that's it. You got to honor your contract, whether it's a bad contract, whether it's a good contract. Even look at Megan Thee Stallion's situation with her with, 32, whatever the company she was with her, and then she signed to Rock Nation and still had to deal with 300 and stuff like that too. Even in her situation, it's like, you wouldn't have these opportunities, you wouldn't have the WAP song, you wouldn't be a megastar if it wasn't for these people taking a chance on you and just being the devil's advocate. Labels, say if a label signed 10 artists, right? If a label signed 10 artists, out of those 10 artists, maybe 3 of them is profitable. So they still got to make money back from all those different artists. When they sign you to a contract and you're making money, that's the contract that you signed. But I want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to hop in the, I'm about to say hop in the, in the DM. Hop in the comment section of this video and let me know. Do y'all feel Kanye West is getting robbed, or you think Kanye West is having a rant because he's not getting what he wants? It wasn't a problem before when you re-signed. It wasn't a problem when Kanye West has a joint venture deal. He signed artists, his label has a joint venture deal, which means he willingly gave away part of their music, their publishing, like stuff that they own. And why is it a problem now? It's only a problem now because it's affecting him. And those type of people that only get mad when things affect them and try to make it portray like they're fighting a good fight for everybody, those are very dangerous people. Like those, I'm not saying physically dangerous, but they can be dangerous to your moving up in the world. I'll say that. But I want you guys to hop in the comments, let me know. Like I said, a lot of you guys been hitting me up, asking me about this Kanye West situation. I didn't really want to talk about it. Like I said, I'll put all the research, put together something, talk about Kanye West, and then he'll tweet out something and it's like, you know what, I agree with that. He 100% right. And then 30 seconds later, he'll tweet something that just had me thinking like, yo, this dude is batshit crazy. Like something is really wrong with this guy. I think Kanye West does have some mental issues, but I think the core of his problem, like I said, I suffer with the same thing as far as trying to make sure everybody is good, trying to make sure that I'm doing everything for everybody, trying to make sure that I'm not really focusing 100% on one outlet. It's like I'm putting 20 here, 10 here, 15 here, 30% there. And you never really get 100% into anything. I think that's Kanye West's problem. Like, if you're going to run for president, focus on president. You want to do your Yeezy thing, focus on the Yeezy thing. You want to do fashion, focus on the fashion thing. If you want to do music, focus on the music thing. If you want to focus on change in music, then Kanye West is going to start with you. You have to be the change that you want to see. You can't sign artists to a deal and not give them 100% of their publishing and then complain that you don't have 100% of your publishing. Like, so what if Jay-Z sold your publishing? He did whatever he had to do to own your publishing. Like, you've made millions of dollars. Like you said yourself, you went into debt trying to do all this fashion and stuff like that. I think it was like $54 million in debt. You could have used that $54 million instead of doing your fashion and all those. The fashion was horrible. Like, those clothes are like, he was making clothes for people that, it was like he picked homeless people up off of the street, took pictures of them and said, here, buy this for $1,000. That's what Kanye West was doing, and he lost a lot of money. You could have took that same money and made fairer deals for your artists. You could have took that money and bought back some of your publishing. You could have took that money and had some type of leverage with the label. But for you to sign and re-sign with a label and re-put out projects with a label, and then now that you're not getting what you want, make it seem like you're fighting for everybody. If that's not the case, honestly, I think that's wrong. But I want to hear from you guys, man. At the end of the family, like I said, you guys are the ones who wanted me to talk about it. So I figured I'd take some time to talk about it with you guys. And again, before we wrap this up, heavy shout out to the homie T Ferg. This right here is called The Wave. Make sure you check out his new project. Links will be in the description, so you can check out him. You can check out all his social media. This is a dope artist. He officially has the DJ Bandana Black stamp. Like, I can't tell you how much of a dope artist T Ferg is, but y'all check him out. Anyways, DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. I'm out.
Like a 40-yard dash moment, I told y'all we the wave. I'm into new things, about to cop me a new chain. Sometimes I be humble and modest, sometimes I be flexing. I guess I got mood swings. Shout out my boo thing, when it got me a new thing, and got rid of the old one. I mean, shorty was cool, but had me just stressing too much, and that's no DJ Bandana.